it's Adriana, and this is my review of The Dark Knight Rises. This is the third movie in Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, which means there are going to be no more Batman movies after this. Tear, tear, I know, I'm very sad. But it was a very good, conclusive ending to the trilogy. It's hard to go into a movie like this without having any kind of expectations or having other people's ideas in your head because it's like the most hyped movie ever. I was pretty impressed by Anne Hathaway, who at first did not really... I had to get used to the character, I guess, because the Catwoman character, she's not really like any ordinary person. She has this very kind of cartoony way about her, and it's just really like over the top. Christian Bale, obviously, I mean, needless to say, he's the perfect Batman. He does a really great job, except he's not really in this movie that much. I feel like a lot of the other characters had way more screen time than Batman himself, and that kind of was a bit disappointing, but whatever. I think the person who stole this movie for me was Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and that's not just because I love him, but because he actually just really commands the screen. He has a really good character that you can sympathize with, and that is just the most grounded out of everyone. One thing I didn't really like about it was the time frame within the movie, because it kept jumping, and it was a bit hard to follow. I don't want to make myself sound stupid. By the end, I'm pretty sure I kind of got a grasp on the whole movie, but just watching it, it left me a bit confused at certain parts. I just didn't like the way the time frames kind of jumped within the movie. Like, it'd be a week, and then it'd be like a month, and then it'd be like this and that, and just, it moved too fast for me. Also, my biggest complaint about The Dark Knight Rises is the villain, Bane, played by Tom Hardy, who I don't know how anyone finds Tom Hardy attractive, but he's disgusting in this movie. He's got that obviously gross face mask, but despite that, he's scary in a way, but he has the most ridiculous voice I've ever heard from anything ever, and it's just... I could not even take him seriously. Every time he talked, I was laughing, like actually laughing, and I also couldn't understand him some of the time. You'll know it. I mean, even if you see the trailer, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but imagine having that be the voice of the villain for a 3-hour movie. Another thing I didn't like about Bane was his backstory, and I didn't understand his motivations. I didn't understand why he needed to terrorize everyone of Gotham. He's just, I mean, obviously we all have this special place in our heart for the Joker, but the Joker is a far, far superior villain than Bane. I'm probably leaning towards Dark Knight as my favorite right now because I had more of an excited feeling leaving that movie than I did leaving this movie, even though I feel like the ending of this movie really made up for a lot of things I thought the movie did wrong. As well, I have to point out the amazing visuals, the amazing cinematography and direction, and I do really love Christopher Nolan. I think he's one of the best filmmakers we have right now, and I'm not gonna deny any of the talents he has just because I didn't think the movie wasn't perfect. I think, you know, it's as good as almost as good as it could be. There are a few things I think, you know, were pretty easy fixes, like why did Bane have that ridiculous voice? You had to really suspend your disbelief for this movie because, you know, like, people would be going from place to place so quickly, and maybe that's something also with the time frames of the movies. Maybe the time frame wasn't communicated as well as it should have been, but, like, Bane's here, and then he's there, and then he's there, and then he's there, and same with Batman, and, like, I know it's, you know, a friggin' fantastical, you know, not real, obviously not set in realness movie, but the whole point of Batman is that he doesn't have superpowers and that he is human, and, you know, humans can't move that friggin' fast. Just a lot of the characters kind of just, you know, very conveniently appeared when needed. So yeah, I think that's really about all I can say about The Dark Knight Rises. I know I'm late on my review, and I apologize. I didn't get a chance to watch it right when it came out, but I guess you don't care because you're all gonna go watch it anyway. And it is a very good movie, amazing experience to watch in theaters, amazing in IMAX, which I saw in IMAX. Obviously, whatever I say, you're gonna go see it. So go see it, enjoy it. Don't be as critical as I'm being right now. I hope my criticisms don't ruin anything for you, and my criticisms are the least of the friggin' things you'll find on the internet that will probably bash this movie for no real reason, but it is a really great movie. I'm giving it right now about an 8.5 out of 10, saying I think I prefer The Dark Knight before this movie, but I think it's a really nice conclusion to the series, and all around, every element of it is really good. Just not maybe as quite amazing as it could have been, but I mean, there's so many expectations around it, no one's going to be completely satisfied, and if they are, they're going to think it's the best thing ever. So, Dark Knight Rises, obviously, go see it. Thank you for watching my review.